Welcome to Homework Answers. We're going through the textbook C++ Programs to Accompany Programming Logic and Design by Joanne Smith. And in this video, we're covering exercise or lab 5-1. Just make sure when you go back to do this problem, you change these values here. I'm using 3 and 5. These will be different. If you have the data files, you'll know what they are. So what we're trying to figure out is how to have a program output the numbers 0 through 10 and their values when they're multiplied by 3 and 5. And they want you to use a while loop for that. So we've got that down here. So let's go ahead and look at our declarations here. We've got strings for the headings. We just want to keep things organized. So that's, all of the string headings are initialized to something like number or multiplied by something. We've got a variable for our counter. So this is what we're going to use in order to go to the next number and the next one and the next one. We've got two variables for, one for when we multiply the number by 3 and one for when we multiply by 5. And then we've got a constant that's going to tell us how many times this loop is going to run. And next we've got our housekeeping function here. There's not going to be any inputs for this program. We're just going to run it and it's going to do its thing. I've put extra space just to make it look, we've got this line right here and then there's going to be a space and then we'll have everything organized. And then I've also put another space down here because it has an output that says end of program, and I just want everything to be kind of like in its own little block. Let's see, we've got right here in our detail loop function where I'm outputting the headers for each section, and you'll see that I've got this cout.width, and then I've got a value in here. This is a really neat way that you can actually do spacing. I know sometimes in the past, maybe in the other videos I have where I'll do like another set of these less than symbols and then I'll have like quotation marks and a bunch of spaces and then like a whole bunch of space there, and then that's one way you can do it, or you can do it like this. So this puts a space between heading 1 and heading 2, and this one does between heading 2 and heading 3. And so that's just an easy way to kind of go back and instead of deleting the spaces or the tabs you've made and figuring out, how is this going to be spaced to where it's going to look nice in a table layout, this is a good way to do it. And I'm not entirely sure if they want you to have this in a table layout. I just think it looks better. But we've got this while loop here, and what we're saying here is as long as the number counter, the value in that, and it's going to start at 0, as long as that is not greater than the number of loops, which would be 10. So as long as this is less than or equal to 10, this loop will run. And so we've got the variable by 3 equals whatever number we're on right now, multiplied by 3, that'll be output. And same with 5. And then I've done the same kind of spacing here as well. If you don't put a space before the first number, like we've got number counter right here, if we don't put a space before that, when you get down to the double digits, because they're going to be flush with the left side of the screen here, they're going to be forced to move over, and then it kind of throws the alignment of your column off. So I do put a little bit of space before the first number output there. Let's see, at the very end, after you've output all of these, the number, its value multiplied by 3 and by 5, then you're going to have this number counter plus plus. That's going to just increment your value. So if it's 1, it's going to be 2 now, the next time you go through the loop. And the next time it'll be 3. That's all that means. It's just adding 1 to the value that's currently stored in number counter. And that's about it for this program. So let's run it real fast and I'll show you how it works. So there you go. Nice little table layout here. We've got all the values should be right. 0 multiplied by all of those is just 0, and then you can see 1, 3, 5, 2, 6, 10, 3, 9, 15. So all the math works. And it's organized. We've got that extra space right there and right here. And that's pretty much it for this problem. I don't think there's anything else, except for that you may want to, let me see, yeah. You may want to do something like this just in case, you want to initialize that to 0. You can see that it didn't really make a difference to start, but I don't know, it could be an issue with other things in the future. But that's about it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.